walk around with this for a minute. There you go, a few of you joined. Can you hear me, guys? Let me know if you can hear me. I'm walking around with a Bluetooth mic on. I'm not entirely sure if it's working. Oh, drop down to 1. Anyone there? Can you actually hear me? So if anyone's actually joined the live stream, I'm hoping you can hear me. I got the Bluetooth mic on so I can be a bit more mobile this time. I'm literally spending a few hours in the workshop, so I thought I will jump on a live stream, see if anybody comes on, and just generally have a chat and a Q&A, a bit like we did last time, but with me actually doing something productive this time. So if you are on and you can hear me, let me know if the mic is working as I wander away, and yeah, drop me a message. As I wander around, I will keep coming back to check the camera so I can see if there's any messages in here, see if anyone's got anything they want to say or anything they want to ask. Fire away, anyone, and also please let me know if you can hear me through the mic, because so far nobody has said anything, so I have absolutely no idea if the mic is working. Anyone? Who's Nam Nori? No idea. Anyone? Is the mic working or not? Oh, Jesus. So there's quite a few of you in there. Anyone got anything they want to talk about? Anything they want to ask? Anything about the channel? What's going on? Iron Man backwards. Your cam's like reversed. So it is. How do I flip that? No, that's a green screen. We don't want that. How do I get rid of that? No green screen. We definitely don't want that. Oh. Head shape is weird, mate. Thanks. It's just because I got fuzzy hair. How do I... No, it just turns the camera the other way. Hang on, let me see if I can unreverse the camera. Not a clue. Fuzzy wuzzy. It is. Fuzzy. I have no idea how to flip this camera, but oh well, I'll just have to leave it as it is. Right, we've got tools, more stuff. I don't know, but you may have to start the stream with the camera angle. Nah. You get the gist of what I'm doing. into the main workshop so I can tidy up in here. It's pointless tidying up in there by the desk. That's not going to achieve me anything. Beans and tuna. No idea what that means. What are you doing? Would you like crispy onions? No, no thanks. I'm not a big fan of crispy onions. I am tidying up my unit. That is generally the plan of today because it has got a bit of a mess in here. I have stuff everywhere from when I've been working on things. I've literally just got tools on chairs, tools on my parts washer so I can't use it, bits and accessories and tools and everything all on my workbenches. So I literally cannot, it's just difficult to get on with anything in here right now. Whose coat is that jacket? Whose shoes are those trainers? Spot on. That is, that's pretty much how we say it in Wales. I need to find drawer. You are a hoarder, mate. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a hoarder. That's not quite how things go. If you're familiar with my YouTube channel, I thought I don't really hoard much of anything. I quite literally, if I can make a few quid on it, I literally buy and sell it. I don't really hold on to much. What I am is very disorganized and a bit of a mess. What part of Wales are you from? Swansea. Swansea. South Wales. My hands are scruffed because these should have been in bed days ago. Why are they still sitting there on top of a box? Oh, sorry guys. I must have muted it when I was playing with the camera thingies. Can you all hear me now? Just as well you couldn't hear me because I'm literally huffing and puffing trying to move that bloody Honda because they're literally, it's like stuck on the rear wheel. I don't know if the brakes are binding or if it's stuck, like rusted on the axle or something, but this thing's pretty heavy. Or hard to move at least. Let's move it a bit easier now. That'll do. And that can be its new home for now. So if anybody's interested in a cheap CBR that doesn't work, let me know. My ears, yeah, I can imagine. Or is the mic too loud, or is it just me huffing and puffing? Make a pile of stuff you can punt. I know it's selling for pennies, but it all adds up. Recycling. Getting rid of crap and boosting the war chest for the Harley. Not a bad idea. I mean, the CBR is going. That's getting out of here. The 2 abandoned bikes is somebody picking them up on Tuesday. They left me a deposit, so I'm getting rid of some things, getting some money back in. But yeah, I'm generally just trying to have a tidy up so I can get a bit more organized in here, and I can, I can sort of kind of crack on with things a bit easier. It was intentional, the muted. It was bloody mate. I'm not quite sure what you're on about. Right, what's next? Should probably start working my part way through all this crap so I can move one of those benches and actually use one of those benches. Parts fluid can go by the part. Wash up. Fill that way down. Rubbish on the floor. The bench where, yeah, that is true. There is actually 2 benches there. Now I know you cannot see the benches that are there, but there are in fact 2 benches there. Ball joint for something. Totally missed the bin. This is supposed to be a box for my impact gun off Temu. Not the best quality impact gun, but it definitely works. It makes things a bit easier. Temu is definitely a solid place for some beginner level tools. I've literally got so many workbenches in here that I need to get to. Then we're doing some more shelving, and I've just got stuff everywhere. What's this? Oh, the old dog for the Royal Enfield that I sold last week. Lovely. That's the best. Go back on the jack. Slowly getting to the bottom of these tables. Slowly but surely. More sprays. Electrical tape. I've been looking for that for God knows how long. In bin. Wow. The keys that came with the FZ, which are definitely not for an FZ because they're for a Honda. Now, do I need Honda keys for anything? I very much doubt it. I mean, I'll throw them away. I can guarantee I'll need them one day for something. Endless amounts of stuff. Maybe I am a hoarder. Maybe that guy was right. What do you reckon? Am I a hoarder or am I just a scrub? I mean, I am pretty disorganized. I don't like to think I'm a hoarder. I don't keep everything. Although I do keep a lot of crap. Like this. That's like the rear end of, or rear cowling of some really obscure Kawasaki. I don't know exactly. If anybody knows what Kawasaki that's off, then let me know. But I actually have no idea. But, I mean, I could probably sell that on eBay. What do you reckon? Stick or twist? What do you reckon? eBay job? Do we keep it or do we bin it? Stick it on eBay? It just seems a bit of a shame to throw away. Not that I'm trying to be a hoarder, but it's got to be worth something to someone. I mean, it's intact. It's not broken. It's got like 80s, early 90s sort of vibe to it. Anyone know what Kawasaki that's for? I think it's for a Kawasaki. Yeah, KZ. It's definitely for a Kawasaki. 250A. Oh well, put it in the parts pile. Useful stuff. Not so chatty today, everyone. Anyone? Anyone got much to say? Oh, we're just going to listen to me talking nonsense as per usual. Any questions? Other than why you are older? Genuine little screws. I have no idea what they're for. Useful tool when you drop things in places you can't reach. Very handy. I used that a lot this month. Okay, well that can definitely go in the bin. I'm pretty sure that came off one of the mopeds I had here, like ages ago. One of them terrible mopeds I bought from London. Bin. Fuel hose definitely cannot be thrown that away. Cat's nuts for the end of pack on my minis, I need those. Okay, we can nearly see a desk. The time is ticking by. It's 24 of you on. Nobody has anything to say? Anyone? Move the camera around a little bit. Let's go chuck this bubble wrap into my packaging stuff. Very few items I actually managed to sell on eBay. No, nothing. I may have a box of microfibers under there. They're probably useful. And stuff. And bits of minutes. Anyone on here like regular viewers of my channel? Or just coming to the live stream? What's the stitch? What's the deal? Where on earth am I going to put this? Is it worth putting that in here? I don't have a BMW. I do have a BMW Mini, but it doesn't really get parked in here now because it's actually parked in demo. I have a road legal Mini. Cables for my bike, which were wrong for what back to the guy who sold them to me. I'm nearly there. Nearly at the bottom of the workbenches. Look, a haze guide for the BMW that I no longer own. That can take that home, we'll sell that. Real woolly. Anyone there? I just wonder when they came in talking to myself. Probably. Change from the usual there. Well, I'm going to welding while that heavy. More fuel hose. Any rebuilding a Honda Vision at all? Wheels not, well, the alloy's okay. The wheels not much good, but the forks are good. And just like that, I've got a clear workbench. Ta-da! Or two clear workbenches now. Don't know what I'm going to do with them. Still got to tidy up a bit around them to actually be able to use them, but I have got two workbenches now. Oh, right, that is... Let's go take a break for a minute. Figure out what's next. It's just so much rubbish around this unit. And my tripod stuck in the door. So how many we got? We got 12 people watching. So anyone want to talk? Am I just gonna wander around talking to myself all afternoon or all evening? Afternoon's gone now. Any regular viewers still on the channel? Jimbo, you still out there? We're done. Anyone still there? Well, let's go paint something. Probably not going to be the smartest idea, seeing as I haven't covered anything up. But there's work to do. There's work to do. Make some space over here so I can get something painted. Tool bench, tool bench, tool bench, tool bench. Smart. So that piece of metal has been treated with some rust protection or rust converter. So I need primer, just a dust coat of primer, and then I put some heat resistant paint over the top of it. Never really done this before, so just totally taking a guess with this. Yes, I should be wearing a mask. Fully aware. It's probably be a good idea. Probably trying to come off. It's just a heat shield that's kind of tucked away in the cheek, so doesn't really need to be perfect. Have I like muted people's comments or something, or is just nobody got anything to say? What is going on here? Chat filter messages. Oh yeah, people are saying things. Something was off. Sorry guys, let me see. 100% hoarder. I'm just as guilty. I mean, we're all guilty of being a hoarder these days. Sorry guys, I must have pressed something, so I couldn't actually see any of your comments coming up. eBay, yeah, eBay. Somebody will want it, yeah. So I'll put that one in the eBay parts. Paralytic zone. Hi Sam. Hi. A box for odd keys. You just never know. That is probably a good idea, but they're in the bin now. Do you realize your mic? Do you realize your mic? You have your mic on your hoodie isn't working. Can't hear you in at the desk. I mean, it should be working. It's connected via Bluetooth, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just carry the phone around. I'll turn the mic off. Does that make the sound any better, or is it literally just coming through the phone? Definitely cannot hear you on the ladders. No, you couldn't. Join the building. I rent the building. I rent this unit. It's inside a much bigger building full of other units. Would a 1985 YZ125 interest you? Possibly. Although right now I'm not really buying any more project bikes. Project bike, whatever I got here needs to get finished and it needs to get out. Because I want to start my racing mower. That's kind of what I'm down for at the minute. You must have turned something off, pal. I did, yeah. It's for some reason it was filtering the comments for the top comments and not all comments. So I totally missed most of you. Hello, brother. How are you? You look good. Thank you. How are you? I'm good, thanks. Cool. Right. Now that is hanging there with the first coat of primer on, give that a couple of minutes to dry while I probably tidy up something else. So let's go see. There's plenty more mess around here for me to tidy up. What should we start? I tell you what. Let's turn this chair back into a chair. Because right now, it's got overalls on it, and under the overalls, lots of tools. So, fold these overalls a minute, because I actually have no idea where to put these. They just kind of move from one spot to another. Look like it. Very handy this thing has been this week. Very bright. Been working under the Mini a lot this week, and this has been a lifesaver. Just going to go ahead and put that up here, so I know where it is next time I need it. So cover for the CBR, some tool. Once again, if anyone wants to buy a cheap Honda CBR, let me know. It doesn't work. I don't know what else is wrong with it, but I do not want it. Finally, the tape, so I can tape my box up. So anyone on the chat into buying and selling motorbikes or cars or anything? What are you into, guys? You just found my channel by mistake because I'm doing a live stream, or are you regular viewers? You're into buying cars and bikes and anything else with an engine and seeing if you can fix it, make some money on it? Or just me? God, that's an annoying sound. Fantastic sellotaping there, man. Christopher, hi. Hi, Christopher. How are you? Right, that's taped up. I can get a refund on the cables that were wrong for the FZ. Throttle cables. If anybody knows where to get correct throttle cables for a 1988 Yamaha FZ 750, then please let me know, because I cannot find a return cable. I can only find the open cable, and it is really, really frustrating. Also, if you know where I can get an original choke cable, because that is, that's broke. It's currently fitted with a choke cable from a diversion, which doesn't really work very well. Well, it works, but it doesn't fit with the rest of the fairings on, so it's a bit of a no-go. Pan and brush, that will be useful in about 20 minutes. Get a cable kit and make the choke cable. Possibly. It's a weird choke cable on the Yamaha FZ. It's like a plunger, but it's got like a steel rod, and then you've got the cable coming all the way through the bottom of it. Yeah. I mean, I'll have a look into making a cable, but I'm not sure, because I couldn't work out how the cable actually connects to the plunger. It's like molded around it or something. So yeah, I don't know how feasible that is. It's not a bad idea though. I have seen kits for doing the throttle cable, so that might be an option for the FZ. More rubbish for the bin, more rubbish for the bin. 1,000 nuts and bolts for a CBR that I do not want. Polisher. Timu's finest polisher. Sorry about the background noise. There's actual work going on in the other units, and like me, I am just tidying up, not actually doing any proper work. So it'd be a lot easier if it was, I could like move the camera around with me a bit more, but it's on a tripod, so it's a bit difficult to move it all around with me. So like 6 mil, 8 mil, what do you reckon? What are we saying? What size is that nut? 6 mil, 8 mil? I need to get those off because those are really rusty. They need scrubbing back and they need painting. Actually, I might be able to just leave them in some rust solution and then give them a little scrub. I think that might be a good idea. Hey Sam, cool channel. Hi Wildfly. Thanks. I mean, this is not what I normally do. This is me actually tidying up in here for the first time in probably months, 3-4 months at least, because things have gotten really, really hectic. I got loads of projects going on everywhere, and I can't find anything that I need. So just trying to get more organized so that when I'm actually working, I can get my videos out a bit easier every week. Right, I need to find, what are we saying? 6 mil, 8 mil? Let's try a 6. It's got to be an 8. can happen. It's nothing like a good sort out. It is. It's good for the soul. Right. It was definitely an 8. So, Jesus, put the other one down. These things are going to be rusted on your solid. So, get these off. Sweet. Okay, so one indicator with a rusty bolt. Oh, Jesus. There it is. Two indicators. Careful not to lose the washers. Right, let's go find a little pot or something so that I can put these in with a bit of rust solution or rust dissolving stuff, and then they can pretty much just get cleaned and painted. Let's find something. There's going to be a pot or a tub or something. A jug. Yeah, that could work. Sweet. So, I'm just going to drop in this jug. Actually, I'm going to need to loosen those off. Okay, so big ones are going to be a 10 mil. And 11 pens. So in this box, I should have some rust solution. Some finds in the drawer of the box with it. Knife, anywhere? No? Alright, I'll just rip it open. We have rust remover. Application. Submerge the product, blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. This can now be my rust removal jug. Shit, it's on my hand. That'll do. I mean, I should probably be filming this for an actual YouTube episode, but why not? Let's just do some of the work live. Something a bit different. If we look in the jug, I'll get you a bit closer. Oh, shit, phone's coming out of his case. That is actually already at work. Look at the rust coming off there. I mean, that's pretty cool. Literally working straight away. So we'll come back to them in about half hour, give them a rinse off, give them a scrub up, dry them off, and then we'll paint them, or get the primer on them, ready to paint them and go back on my Honda Melody. Speaking of Honda Melody, see if we're any further along than last time. Sorry, we're lost a bit then. She is here. She's finally made it off the parts washer onto the bench. We got the front wheel and brake on, all ready and assembled. I need to connect the rear brake cable up to there. And then I need to start figuring out the wiring all at the front, which I am not looking forward to be perfectly honest. A couple of screws that need a little bit of cleaning up in there. I got to figure out how all the plastics fix back on. And of course I need to clean, paint and stick the engine back in. And everything else that goes with it. Fun. How's my painting getting on? Needs a little bit more time. Oh, well, somewhat productive. I have clear benches that I can now use. Let's go do my main bench, because the boys I share this unit with, they've been working on that van, and yeah, I mean, let me show you my mess. I mean, this is supposed to be a workbench, but it is literally a dumping ground. So this battery is shagged, so that can go down there. You can go to the dead battery club until I weigh them all in. Dead battery from the Mini. That can also join the dead battery club. Let's close up Josh's toolbox. Make some space. Right, one of the most useful things I have in here, because everything is rusty and seized. Ah, shit. Stood on my Dremel tray. See, this is why I need to clean up. Let's put you back on the stand. Scrap value in those batteries. Yeah, I think last time I weighed in a pile of batteries, they were, I don't know, 80p a kilo. And I had like 60 kilos of batteries, or maybe more than that. I can't even remember. I had about 50, 60 quid in scrap batteries, which is not bad. You know, just every now and then, keep on weigh them in. Make it worth your while. So, a bunch more stuff. Okay. Although I seem to have half a can of Monster Energy. Let's go in the sink. So anyone got anything they want to ask about the actual, like, the projects and things that are coming on the channel, or anything I'm in the middle of, feel free. Get some sort of conversation going. I know you can't hear half of what I'm saying because I keep walking away from the camera, but I am trying to tidy up. But I also want to chat with you guys about what's going on. Maybe if I stick on the end over here, maybe that'll work a bit better. You can kind of see what's going on. I can kind of do a bit of tidying up. I think this works better. Spray lacquer. Carb cleaner can go on the shelf. How are your Temu tools getting on? My Temu tools have lasted really, really well. The electric wrench, which is over here somewhere, still going strong. So I actually bought myself a Temu impact driver of the same brand. It was about 35 quid, I think, with 2 batteries. Really good. I mean, it's not the most powerful. You know, if you've got wheel nuts that are stuck on real tight, it's not really going to take them off. But once you crack them with a breaker bar and chuck the impact on it, they whiz straight off. So Temu tools are good. I mean, they're not, you know, if you were using them all day, every day, you needed something super reliable and powerful, probably not the best. But for what I do, Temu tools actually work. Anybody else got any good reviews on Temu tools? Any useful Temu tools I could buy? I don't know why I'm walking around with this in my head. I need to find someone to put down. I wish I knew what that was for. Spare wheel on something? No idea. Pretty sure that's for the melody. Could be wrong. That is definitely for the melody. That needs to be gone back in the fuel tank at some point. I need to clean out the fuel tank first because it's pretty rusty in there. That is definitely going to need cleaning up of its own. Shoot. See that there in a minute. So I know where it is. Battery, charger. That can go there. See, this is where things become a problem. You just throw everything on the desk and leave it, and then all of a sudden you don't know where all the nuts and bolts and screws and everything have fallen. I mean, that's definitely a me problem, but it's a problem. Yeah, that's what that's for. Soldering iron. Oh my god, I knew we had some of these pliers somewhere. Scrap, scrap, scrap. More scrap. What is this battery cable for? Got a feeling that's from the main. At least, yeah. I'm a massive fan of yours. Well, thank you very much, Ross. I could be a massive fan of yours. At least all your nuts and bolts will be metric. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Maybe. Are they though? I do a lot of Japanese bikes. Are they metric or are they imperial? I don't really know the difference, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I got a rough idea what the difference is, but if you have to ask me to explain it, probably couldn't put it into words. Battery tester. I got sent this for free once upon a time from Top Don. Really good bit of kit. I'm not avidly promoting it anymore, but pretty good. I mean, it pretty much does the same thing as a multimeter, but it does give you a little bit more information. Tells you if the battery is good or not good, or how much percentage charged and stuff it is. Pretty useful. That is with him. This is Ingard. So this is a plastic tray, and one day it was clean, it was clean at one point, and I was cleaning the carb on it, and it was just melting with the spray. Big carb cleaner, brake cleaner, basically melted it all. So I chucked the engine on here and just sprayed it with a load of brake cleaner. The engine came up quite clean, but the tray is, yeah, that's gone in the bin. Harley is a mix, Freedom units and metric. Oh, great. I mean, I am on to a lead for a Harley Davidson at the minute. I am trying to buy a very cheap Harley Davidson. So I have no doubt when I get it, I'll be like, why do none of my sockets fit? And then that'll be why. Because I won't have the right sockets. Then that's where that went. Oh shit. So speaking of all my nuts and bolts, it looks like my magnetic tray fell, and they're now on both sides. Joy. Useful. That off. I mean, seeing as my channel is predominantly a motorbike channel, let's talk motorbikes. Hit me with some of your favorite motorbikes. You know, I mean, I obviously, like last week I did the Royal Enfield. People seem to really, really like the Royal Enfield that I did. You know, I did the BMW. People were massive fans of the BMW. I wasn't a big fan of the BMW. I mean, I like it. I appreciate what it was, but yeah, it's a bit overcomplicated, that thing. But the Royal Enfield, I really, really liked that. let's, tell me, what bikes are you into? I mean, obviously, Harleys, duh. I really want a Harley. What have you got? Anybody actually own any motorbikes? I don't feel like that's the right charger. Leave it on, see if it works. Or if it blows up. If it dies, it dies. What is this? Rusty nut for something. Disappointed you never got shot of the classic 500. We had a new Yeah, I mean, I did have a little, I mean, I never took it out for a proper ride, the classic 500, but I did, I had a little go up and around the unit. I put I put 1 mile on it because it was on 20 point something, and then when I sold it was on 21 point something. So I did, I did a mile back and forth around the unit, but yeah, it's not the same as it. But I mean, it was great. I really liked that thing. But the point of that was to sell it with, it was delivery miles only. It's the first bike I've ever seen that's not brand spanking new in a dealership with delivery miles on it. So I needed to just sell it as it was. Where's that dustpan and brush? I hope you're not looking at a fuel injection Harley. Oh, please not the 750. Which one's the 750? Is that one that's kind of like not really a Harley? It's more of like an upright. It's not really like a cruiser like the rest of them. I can't think what it's called. I had an exhaust gear for one of them once, and it took me forever to sell because literally nobody bought those bikes. Or not many people bought them anyway. And it took forever to sell the exhaust for it. I don't know. I mean, I probably, unless one of those was mega cheap, probably would not buy one of those. I mean, all the new ones are fuel injected. Anything, I don't know what date onwards, but most of them are fuel injected now. So probably wouldn't get one of those just because they won't be cheap enough. I mean, what do you reckon? I'm trying to buy a Harley for like $1,500, which is, it's a tall order. There's not many Harleys or you know, if any out there in that sort of price range. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, I did buy one once. I bought a Sportster once. I had a 2018 883 and I bought it for 1,200 quid. And I made an absolute fortune on it. And the one made in India, well, if it's mega cheap. Sportster. I mean, the Sportster is realistically probably what I'm going to end up getting because, I mean, there's just, Sportsters are the cheapest Harley other than maybe the 750. You know, I can't really think of another Harley out there you could get for that sort of money. You can get the odd Sportster for like 1,500 quid. It'll be really, really rough. But you can get one sometimes. Assume that battery is dead. That is not even worth trying to weigh in. Silicone lubricant, very handy stuff. So my task over the next week is gonna be this bad boy. I mean, am I gonna do it right now? No. I might maybe. What we got? Which is a lot cleaner than I remember it being, but still just so much to do. So much to do. I have to like completely rub down this so I can spray it all, clean all the rust off here. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot to do on this. Right, is that an exhaust thing? No. That is not an exhaust gasket. Sportsters, especially the 1200, are reliable and cheap to run. They are. I mean, I do like a Sportster. Right. Around, nearly all the way in. Going the other way. Oh, that is an exhaust gasket. Well, we'll keep that in there. Can't remember how those attach. Okay, let's go find my other Melody engine. See if there's any exhaust studs on that one. Yeah, the Melody engine will be back here somewhere, behind my soon-to-be racing Lamoa. Oh my god, there is exhaust studs on this Melody engine. Happy days. I'm gonna have to get those out. Okay. See, the great thing about these Melody engines is they are super light. You can just pick them up and carry them around. Yeah, my Kickstarter just fell out. I'm not too worried about that. I'll just throw that up there loosely. Okay, I need to try and get these exhaust studs out of there because I need them for this engine because we know this one runs. And obviously I've reattached the kickstart assembly and everything works on this one. Love the Melody. I really like the Melody and I would really like to get it rebuilt. But it just keeps throwing hurdles. It is not the easiest thing to do. We're going to need some penetrating fluid. Because they're not going to come out without a fight. So what else do we need off this engine? Definitely going to need the airbox. The carb is in there. It's been ultrasonic cleaned, so the carb should be good. And then just a bit of a scrub and some paint, I think. And I think she'll be a goer. Well, we know it runs, so. Yeah, that definitely is a result with those exhaust studs because I've been trying to buy some online. Like I bought some, I mean, these are off like your generic pit bike engine, but they're just a bit too long. So they didn't look very good when you put the exhaust on. So hopefully I can get those original studs out. I mean, that nut is coming off by hand, but whether I can get the stud out as well, I mean, that's definitely not going to turn by hand, is it? That's going to be difficult. It's a very rare thing. See, I thought the Melody was quite rare, but since joining the Melody owners page on Facebook, there are so many of them. Hope that didn't break. There are so many Melodies about. You don't really see them for sale very often unless you're on the Melody owners page, but people they just seem to keep buying them from everywhere. So that 8 mil. No, that is a 10 mil. And what did I do with my 10 mil? Could do with some better lighting over this side. Doing this left-handed. Not that I am left-handed. Question is, how to remove exhaust studs? Pliers, grips. I mean, that ain't gonna work. Maybe we leave them soak. This engine is going to need lots of touching up and cleaning. A lot. That is not a job for today. That's definitely going to happen later this week. Speaking of things that need painting, how are we getting on with here? I mean, it's touch dry. It's not amazing, but I mean, the thing is, the nuts just came off the studs, so I don't really know how that's quite going to work. Oh, no, I see what you mean, just try to bolt straight in. Yeah, that could work. Actually, I need to loft a bit more before I can actually put the heat paint over the top of that. It's pointless primer in it anymore because it is literally just a heat shield. It does not need to be perfect. check out my rusty bits again on. Good shout, Vince. Yeah, I think that might be a good try. If I can't get those studs out, then I could just try 2 bolts and just bolt the exhaust on. Let's get a screwdriver. It's not easy for parts. I had one a few years ago with a swap motor from a Vision. Yeah, they're not the easiest. I mean, they're not mega difficult to get parts for, but trying to get the right parts. I've been through like 3 sets of brake shoes now. I mean, I've got, let's have a look down here. I've literally got a set there and a set there. Now, the brake shoes themselves, they are absolutely fine. It's what they give you to put them on. This one came with a spring, like a horseshoe-shaped spring, which should be around somewhere. I don't know, I probably bent it because it was getting on my nerves. But the horseshoe-shaped spring didn't work. This one came with like a hooked spring, which just got in the way of the wheel hub. So that didn't work. So I ended up ordering a brand new second-hand original set, which do now work. I mean, it's eating at the rust, but I mean, I definitely could have done this with a wire brush a hell of a lot quicker. But I don't have my drill here. I took it home for the missus to use or to do something with, and I didn't bring it back. So I don't have a wire wheel. Hence why I'm not cleaning up loads of parts. I'm just tidying up. How does that airbox come off? Is that bolted underneath? And I need that airbox, and I think that's all I need off that engine. Is there enough thread to put 2 nuts on, nip the 2 nuts together, then you can unscrew the stud with a nut. There is a good bit of thread on there, so I may try that. Probably give that a go. I'll have to find a 10mm spanner. Should be one somewhere. Question is, where did I put the 10mm spanner? This is just literally more stuff to tidy up again. A lot of that stuff is there from when I was cleaning the whatchamajiggy. What's it called? The Royal Enfield. At some point I'll find that 10mm spanner that I'm looking for. I think I just found it. Found it. If this works, Gordon, then you are a genius. This is not something I've ever tried to do before. not sure. Might need a second 10mm spanner for this. Let's find a 10mm spanner. Second one. Okay, 2 10mm spanners. If I can tighten those up enough to each other, I guess, that might... I think it's working. Looks like it's working. I should put that in. You clearly are a genius, Jordan. Gordon. I should put that stud back in and then put this in my video when I redo the melody, and it would make me look really, really clever. But we've already done it now, and I'm not up for doing the work twice. Still not quite hand tight. And then we undo the studs, the nuts. That worked, Gordon. Fair play. That worked. I have a very slight issue of a nut being stuck on the thing backwards. Vice. Oh yeah. Sweet, that worked. I'm going to do the same for the other side now. But I think I'm going to start wrapping up this live stream because I've been on for like an hour and a half. I've done a bit of tidying. It's kept me motivated. It's been nice chatting with you guys. So I appreciate everyone tuning in for this live stream. Not been the most exciting. You probably haven't heard half of what I've been doing because I've been wandering around. But either way, it's been nice having some company for a change. But Thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Cheers.